Thank you. I want to start by thanking the class of 2019 for nominating me to speak today, and also the School of Pharmacy for allowing it. You guys really went out on a limb here. I feel like I've shown you over the last 4 years that I'm kind of a wild card, but and nobody even proofread this thing. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be speaking with you. I'm grateful to be alive. My wife and I have commented many times over the last couple of weeks that we didn't think we'd make it to see this day. And it still doesn't feel real, even though I'm wearing all of this. Maybe it won't until I have that diploma. So once I have it, no taking it back. It's tradition in our family that every year on the first day of school, we take a picture of my 2 kids in our front yard with their backpacks and lunch boxes. Every year for the last 4 years, I've had to join them in those pictures with my backpack and lunchbox. So this year, my daughter started 2nd grade, my son started 6th grade, and I started 20th grade. I don't have social media, but my wife does, and people have seen those pictures. So this is the last year that we've had to do that, so I'm grateful for that. I want to say thank you to the faculty and administration for everything they've done for us to get us here. A couple of weeks ago, we had our end-of-year banquet, which is kind of like prom, but you're excited to see the teachers and there's free booze. So at the banquet, the faculty and admin received awards and recognition for all the hard work that they've done over the years, and I feel like it bears repeating. Thank you for everything you've done for us, for downloading as much of your knowledge as you can, and for becoming our friends along the way, so thank you. I also want to thank you, the audience, here to see your loved ones graduate. Thank you for sharing them with me. You see, for the last 4 years, oh gosh, I didn't think this was going to happen. I've practiced this too, so over the last 4 years, I've got to know this amazing group, and they've become like a second family to me, and for that, I'm going to be eternally grateful, so thank you. This is a special group in more ways than one. I'm obviously one of the oldest members of my group. If it's not obvious, this is my receding hairline. If it's still not obvious, it's because you're probably older than I am. But I never felt like an outsider. This group has some of the kindest and most entertaining people that I know, and I felt at home and comfortable with all of them, even though some of them called me Dad more than once. One thing I noticed very early on in my time here at Skaggs was just how smart everyone was. I had to work really hard to keep up with the material. My brain's older and probably a little dumber, but I remember one time studying in the library with Caitlin. I asked her a question and she answered it like I kind of understood what she was talking about. And when I made it clear that I didn't and asked her a follow-up question, she gave me a face like this. Which I think meant, are you serious? Are you really about to waste the next 2 hours of my life while I try to explain this to you? To which I replied with this face. Which meant, yes, I am about to waste the next 2 hours of your life. Probably more. But of course she helped me patiently through it. Last of the thank yous, I promise, I would save the best for last. I want to thank my wife for getting me through pharmacy school. And not just me, our whole family. She is an amazing woman who is endlessly capable. People ask me all the time how I made it through pharmacy school with a family, and the answer is her. She carried 95% of the load. She didn't even write this part, guys. She may or may not have written the other 95%, but this part is mine. So thank you, babes, I love you. It's tradition in our family. I'll get to that in a minute. I do want to just say that I couldn't have gotten to this point alone. I've had many, many people helping me over the last 4 years, helping and supporting me. Whether it was my wonderful in-laws watching the kids and running carpool, or my loving grandparents supporting my decision to reinvent myself in my mid-30s, or my sweet kids asking God in their bedtime prayers for me to pass a test. My kids have been incredibly supportive throughout, even when I've had to miss out on activities with them. But I've had a whole village of people supporting me, and it takes a village to get through pharmacy school. All of you have your own villages. Take a minute to think about them. They look different, but we all have our villages. It might be your parents, friends, classmates, study group, or a significant other, but we all have people helping us through. Most of my villages here today, they were super loud. And I bet most of your villages here too, because they are graduating pharmacy school every bit as much as we are today. As I thought about what message I wanted to leave with you today, I spent a lot of time thinking about the last 4 years. In our family, every year at the beginning of the school year, we come up with a theme for the year. It's a kind of family motto, something to live by for the year. We print it and frame it and put it in our living room so we can see it every day. Interestingly enough, the actual Pridmore family motto, when translated from Latin, means pass the ice cream. But not necessarily super inspiring, so we choose a new one every year. The theme that we chose for our first year of pharmacy school was have courage and be kind. As students starting out, taking our first steps toward a new career and a new life, took courage. It was difficult. I'm an introvert by nature, and I know a lot of us in class are, and it took courage to make new friends as we all got to know each other. And I hope I was kind to you. I know everybody in this class certainly was to me. I loved hearing John's loud laughter and taking walks with our classmates between classes, getting big hugs from Courtney, and listening to Tigran talk because he kind of sounds like Dracula. On the subject of getting to know people, I have a quick story from anatomy class. So we're in anatomy lab. Picture this, we are gowned up and gloved, and I'm working with another student on opposite sides of the cadaver. We are dissecting intently and leaning in, and we haven't spoken for a few minutes. It's very quiet and somber, and she goes, I wonder what human tastes like. Not a sentence you ever want to hear. It's not as bad as if we were stranded on a deserted island together, but still, talk about courage. Pharmacy school is hard enough, and now I got to worry about people eating me? So I was very kind to her from then on. Have courage and be kind. The theme we chose for our second year, look, I'm on a level with you guys. Second year was tough. It was for me at least, yes, thank you. Dr. Morello, she warned us at the beginning of our second year that it would be like drinking from a fire hose, and man, was she right. We had short courses, they were every few weeks, and we had exams left and right. I cannot tell you how thankful I am for this school's pass-fail grading policy. With exams coming so often, my family was constantly looking for that P for pass, and our family motto for the year quickly became P's get degrees. Which I'm sure our neighbors could hear us chanting every few weeks. P's get degrees! Our family theme for our third year was work hard and be grateful. In our third year, we had to work hard. We were studying the bread and butter of what it takes to be a pharmacist. The material was challenging, and it wasn't enough to simply get a P at this point. We had to know this information in order to be good pharmacists, to be good at our jobs. So we had to work hard. And I had to remind myself to be grateful. Grateful that P2 year was over. Grateful that we were more than halfway through. Grateful that I passed Dr. Yams and Dr. Humber's cardiology class. Work hard and be grateful. The family theme that we chose for our 4th year pharmacy school was "We Can Do Hard Things." We chose this theme after attending the funeral for one of my best friends who passed away tragically in a hiking accident. His family, siblings, and parents used it as a motto: "We can do hard things." We had no idea just how appropriate that was going to be. Pharmacy school is hard. It's hard on the students, studying constantly, preparing for exams, learning as much as we can in order to keep our patients safe. It's hard on spouses who have to do way too much in order to keep the ship afloat while the students tread water. It's hard on relationships, it's hard on friendships, it's hard on families that have to spend time apart. And outside of school, life can be hard sometimes. I want to recognize the members of our villages that are not physically here with us today. I know several of us have lost loved ones, and I can personally attest to the difficulty of getting back to school and back to life after suffering a loss. We have all faced challenging times over the last 4 years in our personal lives, and we know how very difficult it can be to balance school with everything else going on in life. The fact that we're all sitting here today is a testament that we can do hard things. To conclude, I'm going to skip all of that "we are beginning a new chapter in our life" stuff that you hear at every graduation, and instead leave you all with a challenge. I invite you to choose your own theme for the coming year ahead. Choose something that will make you the best version of yourselves. In the coming months, we'll have a lot of new opportunities and trials. We'll have new bosses and coworkers. We'll have new preceptors and new experiences. We'll have job interviews, or difficult rotations, or big life decisions to be made, like which company to work for, when to start a family, or which city to live in. Wherever this next year takes you, I wish you all the best. I hope you have fulfilling careers. I hope you have meaningful relationships. I hope you travel and laugh and love. I hope you find joy. So, class of 2019, doctors and my friends, what will your theme be? Thank you.
The second speaker from your class, I need to tell you something. So when I introduced Daniel, I didn't say doctor, because you are not doctors here. You're not doctors until the chancellor blesses you in a few moments. Okay? Except Andrew is.